All right, well, welcome everybody. So this is the inaugural kickoff of the LexTalk.Tech. So before we start, I have to say that I was specifically told by my wife, who is a professor of communication, to never get up in front of people and tell you that you're nervous. Like, that's not a good way to start a presentation. So I am not up here telling you that I am nervous to give this presentation. Yeah, so real quick, I'm Joe Kratzat. I know quite a few of you I don't, so welcome. I work at Oracle currently, and I've been working in software since 2006-ish in multiple different capacities, and right now kind of in the cloud space, building the cloud for Oracle. There's quite a few of us actually here in Lexington, which is kind of cool, right? So yeah, so let's talk tech. So this was started by the Bluegrass Developers Guild, which is kind of a conglomeration of a bunch of developers here in Lexington. It was started, I don't know, a number of years ago by one of the speakers here tonight, Joe Blankenship. And so we're trying to carry that forward. And right now, it's just a collection of us getting together and having meetups. So if you've been a part of the original like Python meetup, right now we've got the JavaScript meetup and the Ruby meetup happening, as well as a book club. So if you are interested in any of those, they're out on meetup.com. And then also we have a really awesome event. I believe it's happening tomorrow, the Coffee and Code over at Kenwick Table. If you've not been a part of that, it's really cool, low friction. You come over, hang out, get some coffee, talk tech, don't talk tech, doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of us kind of folk hanging out and chatting about cool stuff. And that's our website. So we have a code of conduct. It's really long, and I ended up shoving it into ChatGPT, and this is what it spit out. And so, yay, tech. So basically, we try to be nice to each other, try to be open and awesome with each other, right? So yeah, that's about it. Cool. So we run meetups, we do book clubs. Why a conference? This is a good way to get people together, to network. I don't know about anybody else, but in the before times, I liked hanging out. Then something happened, and nobody hung out. So the idea was, let's get together, network, talk tech, and share ideas. So the real big thing here is we want to grow the community. Like, I love this community. I moved here from Indiana and didn't know anybody, and slowly over time got to meet a lot of people, a lot of you. And so I just want to make sure that everybody knows how many cool, awesome, smart people there are here, and that we all work and do some really interesting, cool stuff. So why is this a quarterly conference instead of like once a year as a bigger conference? I'll be real honest. I'm lazy. It's a lot of work to put on a year conference. So instead, we're going to do small quarterly mini conferences. So the idea would be that we can build up momentum over time and show the community that, hey, we are having these conferences every quarter. We may not do it every quarter, it may be 3 times instead of 4, because there's the holiday that, you know, people get to want to spend time with their family. So maybe we take it, 3 times instead of 4. But it's iterative, and we'll figure this out. The other thing is, I kind of like to set the bar low. Some is more than none, and we're doing something. And so that's really exciting. And it's a lot, like I said, it's a lot less work for me. And if one conference fails, cool, we'll do another one again. But if a once-a-year conference fails, it's really hard to get that momentum going. So I don't know the audience for this yet. I want you all to tell me what it is. My hope is that it's some of the community, some of the professionals, as well as some of the students. So right now we don't have any students, I think. Well, we might not have a lot of students because they're out, but the idea is to bring in the students and having it on campus, make sure that the students show up, right? They're not going to go downtown, they're not going to go elsewhere. So the hope is that they'll come here and hang out and share their cool ideas. We get to share our cool ideas, and we can kind of grow the community and collab that way. Really, it's about who wants to learn. It doesn't have to be software. It could be any sort of tech, aerospace, I don't care, rollerblade tech. I don't even know if that's a thing, but we could do that, right? So just people who want to learn and just kind of learn how, what other people are doing in the space. So the future plans, I don't know. I want you all to tell me. I need some suggestions. Like, I've got a plan, but having feedback from you all is going to be amazing, and we can kind of help grow this. The hope is that in the future we also get sponsors, so we can do more cool stuff, have food and things like that, and maybe even you know, paid speakers, do hackathons, things like that, as a part of the event. So right now we don't really have any sponsors, so all of this is sponsored by this guy. You can tell he's a baller because of the bow tie. But really, no. So it's really about the community, right? So our speakers are donating time. UK and the Cornerstone is donating the space. So we have the community coming together and helping put this on. And also the ideas that we've had through the community right now have been amazing. This would not be put on without like these people up here as well as all the community helping out. So how can you help? Come be a presenter. If you don't trust the QR code, which you shouldn't, never open a QR code in my mind, there's the link right there. The date for presenting is actually not accurate on there. I just kind of made up the date, but that's kind of the call for speakers for the next conference. And I think we'll have, you know, hopefully some good talks. Help me find sponsors. If you all know anybody who's willing to help sponsor via money or food or just general like helping design sites or things like that, let me know. If anybody wants to help project manage this, that would be amazing. I am not a project manager. I can throw stuff and see what happens, but that's about it. And then get the word out. Tell your friends. Tell people who aren't your friends. I'll be real honest, I was chatting with a dude in the sauna at the Y the other day about LexTalk.Tech. Weirdest thing I've ever done, but it was amazing. And so the other thing is, again, constructive criticism to help grow this thing would be amazing. And that's how we're going to make this an awesome community. So thank you. This is our contact info. So for tonight, this is going to be a few short 10-15 minute lightning talks about different topics. Followed by 2 30-minute deeper dive talks. And then afterwards, there should be food and drink out there in a little while, I hope. There's drink, but hopefully the food gets here. And then we'll go to the Ethereal bar over there and just kind of hang out and network. And so I encourage everybody to stick around and network and just chat and meet everybody else. So with that, thank you, and we'll get ready to start the conference.